Been some time since we've gotten our hands on Wuthering Waves. I could have gotten it sooner if I didn't get rejected for the closed beta. As the community says, Wuthering Waves is the new Genshin killer. And I say it's a wonder of technology. So now we'll try to rip apart this game and find out its essence. All while I classify this as an reference study in my schedule. Hey guys, I'm Suryanshu from Abyss Studios, and without delay, let's jump right into it. Right off the bat, it's an amazing game. And since I'm currently making an stylized RPG, I wanted to reference the techniques used in the game. Starting off with the grass. Every game environment uses rocks, grass, or other foliage to fill up what is essentially an empty world. That's most common in open world titles. And unlike some open worlds, many games just use simple rocks and grass and trees as well to make an environment pop. And it works. How Wuthering Waves has done it is quite different from some high-end open world titles. Maybe because it's a mobile release as well. The grass here is a cluster of animated rectangles that are probably just using a simple rhythmic animation to simulate the wind. However, there's a much more complex yet effective technique that exists. That is vertex displacement. Many games, including mine, use that technique to simulate the wind, and it works much better on grasslands. Enough about vertex displacement in another video. Enough of being a nerd. Let's get to the fun stuff now. The AI. And this is where I think that it differentiates from another popular stylized game, which you all know. The anime behavior tree is perhaps one of the most complex systems of this game. You might not notice it, but it is. For example, just look at this. A wolf pack attacking a bear, while the alpha of the wolf pack attacks the bear and leads the pack. Where have I seen that before? Yeah, it's the natural behavior. Monsters or TDs don't just attack the players, they also attack other TDs and enemy NPCs and friendly NPCs as well that intrude on their territory. Now, of course, that isn't random, it's pre programmed, but still, they attack each other. It's also one of the easiest ways to get echoes in early game. After all, why wouldn't one let an NPC who can die as many times as they want and attacks in groups to hunt for them? Now, if I go into the fundamentals of behavior trees, the video will become quite boring and quite long. But if you want stuff like that, I don't know why, let me know in the comments down below. Overall, there's been a huge emphasis on world design, and the attention to detail is quite uncanny. The combo system is also one of the highlighted parts. After all, it is the most talked feature of this game alongside the echoes, and that is the ability to perform connecting combos and switch anywhere. The switch system of this game is much more diverse in its logical operations than many games I've seen and played. After all, I think that the code for the system works in different branches. It's just my opinion, but I think that trigger works on the code that notifies the combo system that we are in battle. Then it switches to another branch, which might be named battle combo system, which randomizes the spawn position of the new character and also maybe alternate between their states of being found attacks or just idle in battle. I think that this makes for a very fun and intense combat experience that uses your tactical knowledge and skills to the fullest. Call me crazy if I say that every leaf and hole in this game is actually all an illusion. And no, I'm not talking about the literal holes in the ground or the smooth. Till now, many of you might be familiar with normal maps. And if not, don't worry, I didn't know as well. And the more keen eyes might say that the rocks are using normal maps. Well done, but everything is using normal maps. But, that's not the reason I'm calling the leaves an illusion. That's because they're quite literally just squares. Plain old white squares. Within material. And just this statement alone has cemented my image as a delusional guy in your brains. But I'm right. It's called an alpha card. It's a black and white image where white means visible and black, invisible. It's quite simple. It's quite simply just and plain with a texture on it. It's black and white. And that's how leaves and vines have been made since the beginning of good looking games, which can even run on mobile. You want bushes? Just stack multiples of these alpha guards in a way that it doesn't overdraw. And you've got bushes. Stack those bushes on top of each other, you've got trees. And that's also the reason why it's able to render all these leaves and twigs simultaneously. So yeah, Wuthering Waves is a technical marvel.